Good day, traders. Gakuna Trading Course. Today we had opening range balanced market setups, um, which we took today. Now, these setups, from what I've taught you guys, what I've always mentored you guys on, micro balance, balance structures, you know that every trade taken is subject to change. But the rules of balanced market takes precedence on Tuesdays, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Now let's take a look at a good trade today. I gave a signal to sell the USD card. But then what do we have here? Our rules states if the market breaks out of the opening range high on low and stays broken out, we have a good trend continuation setup. What do we have here? The market is outside of Monday's opening range. As long as price does not return back inside, stays outside, we have to buy in the direction of the trend. So my message to the community that the next hour will determine closing of trades or correction of trades or adding more to the trades depends on the guidelines of balanced market and micro balance. So the cells were invalidated and micro balance and balance concept, out of balance concept shows his hand there, and we had a trend continuation. The same setup on the USD Swiss. Okay, the market did not go back inside of the previous day's range. It stayed outside and we had a trend continuation. I gave a signal also to buy Euro USD and GBP USD, but these signals were subject to change and micro balance will always correct us. This is why I say the micro balance course is to help you correct yourself when you make wrong entries. The guidelines, the setups, the markups help you to correct yourself from taking the wrong trades. Okay, now let's take a look at that trade. This is my trade on the card JPY. Card JPY is an opening range reversal trade. Now card JPY trade came from rule number 3. If the market breaks out of the opening range high or low and fails, it investigates the opposite extreme of the balance. Now that is where we got our trade from. I don't know why TradingView has been so sluggish today, but it's well. But let's take a look at that entry on my phone. You can see that they failed already from yesterday's low, Monday's low. They closed back inside and we had a buy setup. Also we had a correction on GBP USD. Okay, this is the correction trade. Okay, like I said, we're out of balance as long as price does not return back inside of Monday's range. Okay, we look at micro balance, also micro balance giving us a correction of the buy setup for a sell setup. Those of you who have the micro balance course should always be ahead of others when you see certain things like this happen. The guidelines do not lie. Okay, and I use the guidelines to correct myself. The purpose of micro balance to help you guys correct yourself for trades. Euro USD, the same thing. We were buying, but what happened? Micro balance and the overall balance concept showed us that hey, we are not going to have that buy setup. Correct yourself and sell. That is why immediately the next message I sent to the community was this: micro balance brings the correction. Okay, that is it. Micro balance bring the correction. Next hour we'll decide holding, closing, or corrections. As you can see there, very obvious. Okay, this is Monday's low. Very obvious that market gave us our micro balance structures, correcting us that this market we intend to buy, will not continue buying, but will have a trend continuation out of balance trade setup. Those of you with a playbook, with a rule book, do well to continue reading those materials and apply them where it needs to be applied. That is to say, if you see a setup, refer back to your books. It will help you tremendously. Do well to always refer back to your books. 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 Refer back to the guidelines. Look at example. Read the guidelines. Read micro balance. Mark up the chart. You will see that a trade where you were supposed to do something wrong, okay, you would correct yourself and do the right thing. Okay, but the markets go with you all. I don't know, my trading view has been really sluggish and not loading up. I wonder why, but I'll do another video on how to use the screener one more time for all of you. But the markets go with you. The guidelines govern the market. Guidelines and set of rules helps us to take good trades. We may be wrong, but with the guidelines it will help us to be right. But the markets go with you.